Hello guys, good afternoon. Thank you for waiting. Sorry for the delay. Let's start. So this is the last week before the spring break. We are going to have a week off and then we're gonna come back to conclude and finish the unit 6. So during this week, we're gonna be working with the 6.2. Last week we saw 6.1. So today 6.2, and then after the spring break, we're gonna continue with the 6.3. Okay, so this is a presentation of today's class, and it says 6.2 time twins. Okay, this is a class 1, week 11. We are going to have reading, and we're gonna start with the grammar topic. Okay, so it says in here, look at the pictures and discuss. Why are the women time twins? What else can you say about their lives? B, read about their lives and put the sentences in the correct order. Okay, so first of all, we are going just to read to find out what is about this girl, because then we have another girl. So let's start reading of Samia. Okay, Blanchette, can you help me to read letter A, please? Ay, sorry, te desactivé sin querer. Sorry, letter A.
Okay, Samia was born in Nigeria on August 20. No sé cómo decir 900.
Sepáralo en dos, ¿recuerdas?
Ya se me olvidó.
Sepáralo en dos y dime los dos números por separado.
90.
93.
93. In Villa Lagos.
Okay, very good. So this is information about her birthplace and birth date. Here we have number 1, because obviously it's the first thing that happened, right? Letter B. Brenda, can you read it, please? Letter B.
Sí. Dice, when she was 15, she went to, ¿cómo se dice esa palabra? College. And studied information technology in her fourth year in college. She met her future husband, Obi, and after they finished college, they got married.
Okay, very good. Now, letter C. Alfredo, help me to read it, please.
Her parents didn't have a lot of money, and the family lived in a small house. Samiya's father worked as a taxi driver, and her mother was a teacher.
Okay, thank you. Letter D. Omar. Omar, letter D.
Perdón, está hablando solo. ¿La D, no?
Yes.
The apps made a lot of money, and with the money, Samira, no sé cómo pronunciar esa. Bought her parents a new house.
Okay, very good. Letter E. Angel, please.
La E?
Yes.
In her childhood, Samia was shy, but her parents knew she was very intelligent. She was really good at math and computer games.
Thank you. F. Miguel.
Samia and Obi had some great ideas for maps, and together they started a company. The company made apps for teaching children math and English.
Okay, thank you. So before we go and read about the other girl, let's discuss a little bit about Samia. Okay, so Samia was born on August 18, 1993 in Lagos. Then, what is special in her? What is that thing that she could make that gave her the success she has? Why is she successful for? What is she successful for? What did she do? What did she create? What was special? Why is she why is her story inspirational? Hello, Paula?
¿Cuál era la pregunta, teacher?
Oh my God, you're not paying attention. I'm asking, why is she successful? What is she successful for? What did she do?
Apps for teaching children.
Okay. And let's say, or let's point out here that it says in here that she used to be it says in here that her parents didn't have a lot of money, so she lived in a small house, and I think that she put a lot of effort on this, especially because of her economic situation, right? And it says in here that once her apps started like having success and made a lot of money, with that money she bought her parents a new house. Okay, so this is the story of Samia. Now let's go and read about Lydia. Okay, on the other hand, we have Lydia. Daniel, can you read letter A, please?
Lydia was born on August 18, 1993 in Poland, in a large town near Kiev. ¿Cómo se pronuncia eso?
Dansk, I guess. I don't know.
Dansk.
Dansk. Okay, thank you. Letter B, Fernanda.
Lo leo. Okay.
Please.
One day she went to a parking room to play basketball, and a man walked up to her and took pictures of her.
Thank you. C, Anaí Melendres.
It was her big moment, but she did become a basketball star. The man was a fashion photographer, and Lydia became a professional model with the money from her first years work. She bought her parents a new house.
Okay, thank you. Letter C, Giuliani. Sorry, D, letter D.
When she was 15, her family moved to Italy.
Okay, to Italy. Adriana, letter E. Read it, please.
Lydia thought this it is the moment.
Okay, thank you. Jessica, letter F.
She was tall for her age and very beautiful, but she hated school, but she loved sports, and played basketball every day after school with a group of boys. She want, as she said, wanted to be an international basket star.
Okay, so now let's talk about Lydia. When was Lydia born? What is the birth date of Lydia?
August 18, 1993.
Thank you. Okay, and why is she special? What is that special part in her story? What happened to her that is, well, according to this reading, what did happen to her that made her successful? What did she become?
An international basketball star.
No, she wanted to be an international basketball star, but that didn't happen. But what did it happen?
She was a model.
A professional model, right? She became a professional model. So it says in here in the previous page that they are called time twins. Why are they considered time twins? Because they're not from the same country, they're not sisters, they're not relatives. Why are they time twins?
Because they were in the same day.
Because they were born the same date. Not just the same day, it was the same date, same year, same month, and same day, right? Okay, that's why they are considered time twins. Okay, so now I'm going to give you guys some minutes for you to place these sentences in order. It is true that well, we don't know, right? We can like make it and then we're gonna confirm it, okay? But first, I want you to try it by your own. All of this information is not in order, so we have to put them in in a consecutive order, consecutivo. For example, I have already number 1, where it says that she was born in Nigeria. So then I have to find what is the number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You don't need to write everything. You can put, for example, 1A, 2C, for example, and like that, okay? I'm gonna give you 5 minutes to do this part, and then we're gonna go to the other one for you to do the part of Lydia, okay? Is it clear? Is it clear what you are going to do?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. 5 minutes for you to place them in order. Finished? Are you done? Listos. Did you finish, yes or no? Hello, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. Now, we're not gonna share our answers yet. Now I'm gonna go to the next slide, and I want you to place in order the timeline of Lydia, okay? Pongan en orden, por favor, los sucesos, the things that Lydia experienced. Okay, finished? Finished, guys? Why so serious? Why so quiet? Did you finish? Hello? So nobody's here? Did you finish? Okay, yes. Now it says listen and check your answers. I'm gonna play the listening part so you can confirm your answers, okay?
Unit 6, recording S6.7. Samia was born in Nigeria on August 18th in 1993 in a village near Lagos. Her parents didn't have a lot of money, and the family lived in a small house. Samia's father worked as a taxi driver, and her mother was a teacher. In her childhood, Samia was shy, but her parents knew she was very intelligent. She was really good at math and computer games. When she was 15, she went to college and studied information technology. In her 4th year in college, she met her future husband, Obi, and after they finished university, they got married. Samia and Obi had some great ideas for apps, and together they started a company. The company made apps for teaching children math and English. Their apps made a lot of money, and with the money, Samia bought her parents a new house. Lydia was born on August 18, 1993 in Poland, in a large town near Gdansk. She was tall for her age and very beautiful, but she was shy. She hated school, but she loved sports and played basketball every day after school with a group of boys. She wanted to be an international basketball star. When she was 15, her family moved to Italy. One day she went to a park in Rome to play basketball, and a man walked up to her and took pictures of her. Lydia thought, "This is it. It's my big moment." It was her big moment, but she didn't become a basketball star. The man was a fashion photographer, and Lydia became a professional model. With the money from her first year's work, she bought her parents a new house.
Okay, so how did it go? Did you order them correctly? So? Okay. So don't worry, this was just to check and confirm how they should go, okay? Remember that the activities we do during when I give you time for you to answer, those are the evidences you have to upload, okay? Son ejercicios para subir.
Unit 6.
Okay.
Recording S6.7.
So this is the order. Aquí está el orden de nuevo.
Samia was born in Nigeria on August.
Text 1, it's first A, second C, third E, fourth B, fifth F, and sixth D. And then into text 2, it's the first is letter A again, 2F, 3D, 4B, 5E, and 6C. Okay, now it says, find 3 things that Sammy and Lydia have in common. So I want you to give me 3 things that they have in common, guys, please. 3 things that they share.
The first is that they born in the same date.
They were born the same day, okay. Next, what is another thing they have in common? Or they did the same. Check them. Okay, Giuliani, very good. They both bought a house for their parents. And there's one more thing. How was their personality? Do you remember? How were they? Were they outgoing? They were shy, right, Paula? Okay.
Unit 6.
So these are some of the things that they have in common. They were born on the same day, they were shy, and there was an important change when they were 15. Samia entered the college, I guess, or I don't remember if it was college or middle school, and she met her future husband. And Lydia moved to Italy when she was 15. And it says in here that they bought their parents a new house. Very good. Okay, now let's go and start with the grammar thing. It says simple past. Last week we were working with the verb to be in its past tense. So today we're gonna work with the rest of the verbs, the action verbs. Okay, so the action verbs are all of the verbs but the verb to be, right? And the structure of this is very simple because you only need a subject and a verb. And the verb in this case can be regular or irregular. So let's start with the regular verbs. It says, it could be any subject, and then we have the verb. The verbs that I have in here, we can have some exceptions because it says in here that most verbs, we just have to add ed at the end. For example, I started a new school. I just started a new school. Oh, well, it isn't just, but well. So what do I have to do with the verb? The base form of the verb started is start. So I only add ed. Number 2, you lived in Spain. With the verbs that end in E, I only have to add the D. I don't have to double the E. I just need to add the D. For example, live, lived. Okay, studied. He studied English. The verbs ending with Y, consonant plus Y, for example, study, then before the Y, we have a D, and D is a consonant. So a study, I will have to drop the Y, change it by an E, an I, and add ED. So instead of studied with the Y, it will be studied with the I. And then, for example, we stopped at the store. Verbs ending with consonant, vowel, consonant, we will have to double the final consonant and add ed. For example, stopped. Stopped, consonant T, vowel O, consonant P. So I'm going to double the last consonant and add ed. Use the simple past to talk about things which started and finished in the past. For example, I studied Chinese last year, which means that it doesn't happen in the present. We lived in Turkey for 3 years, which means that not anymore. 3 years we spent living in Turkey, but not in the present life. Okay, so that is the thing for the regular verbs, which in my opinion, and could be also in your opinion, are easy to remember because it's only adding ed or d or ied. But the irregular verbs are those that change completely different, especially because they don't have a rule. For example, the ones that we saw, that if it ends in E, I just add the D, and if it ends with Y, consonant, etc. So with irregular, there is not such a rule. We don't have rules to identify how to change them. So the only thing we can do here is practice and memorization. Okay, for example, I went home, she went home, we went home, etc. I'm not gonna change anything because of the subject. We had a big meal. That is for affirmative sentences. What happens if I want to make a negative sentence, either with regular or regular, with irregular or irregular? Okay, so there is one auxiliary verb that will help me with this, which is didn't. Didn't is an expression in negative context in the past. For example, I didn't like the food. They didn't have a DVD player. And when I use didn't in the negative structure, I have to add the verb in the infinitive, which is the base form of it. Okay? It says in here that many common verbs have an irregular simple past form. So I'm going to share a list with you, not in this class, but maybe tomorrow. Okay, so we saw how to make the negative. The negative is the same for regular or irregulars. We use didn't plus infinitive. I didn't work, I didn't eat, etc. We don't double the negative, so we don't say we didn't eat or it didn't work. We just say didn't and the verb in the base form, okay? When I make it interrogative, it's not in here, but it's important to mention it. When I make a verb, well, when I want to make a question with an action verb about the past, I'm gonna start it with did, then the subject, and then the verb. Did you understand? Did you finish? Did you like it? Did she see? Etc. etc. Questions about this? Okay. It says in here, read the life stories again and circle the past form of these regular verbs. Okay, for not to go back, just tell me the past tense of these verbs, okay? What is the past tense of a study? Past tense of a study? Hello? What is the past tense of a study? ¿Por qué no me contestan? Oh my God. Okay, I'll be here waiting. Past tense of a study. We saw it. What is the past tense of a study? Okay, so bueno, como nadie me contesta y la mayoría tiene su cámara apagada, todos los que no contesten y tengan la cámara apagada ya tienen falta. Thank you, Paula. Study it. Okay, what is the past tense of finish?
Finished.
Thank you. Finished. Of live?
Leave it.
Lived. Of work?
Work it.
Start?
Started.
Started.
Walk?
Walk it.
Move?
Move
Move.
it.
Move it.
Hate?
Hate it.
Love?
Love it.
Loved. Play?
Play it.
Play it.
Played. Want?
Want it.
Okay. Now, tell me the verbs that you had to change the Y for the I.
Played.
No.
Study.
Study. What of these verbs did you have to add only the D?
The ones
Love,
that finish
move,
with E.
Can you name them? Can you tell me which ones?
Live.
move,
Live. What else?
move.
Move and
Hate.
Hate.
Love.
in that, right? The rest of them are regulars and only adding ed. Okay, make the simple past of regular verbs by adding, what is like the regular thing to change or to do with the regular verbs? What do we add?
Ed.
Ed, thank you. Or if they end in E, what do I have to add?
D.
Just D, right? With the verb ending consonant plus Y, we change the Y to what?
I.
Okay, and then we add,
Ed.
thank you. Okay, it says, read the sentences and complete the rules. It says, number one, Samia's parents didn't have a lot of money. Didn't have a lot of money. Did she go to college? Okay, so number one is a negative and number two is an interrogative sentence. So make the negative by adding what?
Not.
Before the infinitive, what do we add? In a negative past tense sentence.
N and T.
No. Make the negative sentences by adding what before the verb.
Didn't.
Didn't. Didn't. And to make questions, what do we have to start it with?
It.
We did. Very good. Okay, so it says simple past verbs, ed ending. Probably something that I noticed is that when we hear the ed ending, we tend to say work it, finish it, study it, hate it, love it, play it, want it. But not all of the verbs ending with ed will be pronounced the same. So we're gonna listen, and here we have a T sound, for example, finished, finished, and then with D, for example, lived, lived, or with it, for example, started, started, it, finished, Es como una pause, un stop, right? Finished. With the D, it's like lived. And with the D, it's like a started. So I'm gonna play this track and you will have to place the verbs you hear in the correct phonetic chart, okay? If it is for the T, for the D, or for the id, okay?
Unit 6, recording S6.8. Finished. Lived. Started. Wanted. Worked. Played.
Again? Okay.
Unit 6, recording S6.8. Finished. Lived. Started. Wanted. Worked. Played.
One more, and then I'm gonna call you again to check the answers, okay? And finish, because we haven't finished. Ay.
Unit 6.
Ya se las mostré, sin querer. Ok, ahí les marco de nuevo y revisamos.